Hello and welcome back to yet another Toonkind at 12 FPS. I am Spectral Haunts, one of your co-players for this lovely event, and joining me is the wonderful, the amazing, has one of my favorite characters, and who
Oh,
used to give Tome a time, but he's not, by the way. I will be playing Tome. Um,
God.
but yes, this person's also one of my friends, and I want to just thank him for
Joseph.
doing this FPS with me. Even though scheduling was an absolute nightmare for both of us on this point. The fact that they're doing this with me makes me really happy because they're one of my favorite people to talk to, let alone interact with in character and
Stop.
out of
Stop.
character.
Stop. I'm melting. Stop. Stop. I can't. Why did I let you do the intro?
You never learn.
Ah. Hi, I'm Chloe. Spec, I love you. I'm dying.
I love you too.
Um,
That's why I do these intros because I want you to know how loved you are. And this way, if you ever question, you can just open up one of these recordings and hear me just talk about how amazing you are.
oh, right back at you because you're so cool and very fun, and I see you do stuff, and I'm like, oh, they're, they're so cool. I can't believe I'm friends with them, and that's you. And this is so fun. I can't
Consider
believe we're doing this.
it's both ways because I think you're so cool and amazing, and I get to be friends with you is amazing.
The first like 2 minutes of this recording is just gonna be us complimenting each other. Eat our.
See, that's the thing. That will have to be one of my
Let me
shorter
warm
ones.
up.
I once
God.
somebody once let me do the intro because I was the DM, but what they forgot was I was DMing for my friends. And so through a whole
Yeah.
all five characters, I went in full in depth about how much I love them.
Oh. Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate that we get to do this. Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm playing Cass. I should have started with that.
In your
Cass,
defense, you
come,
did get
come
murdered.
here. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you don't know Cass, she's a lovely little Scottish lady who's a half toon. That's all you need to know.
She is loved.
Yeah. I guess do you want to set up the
I
scene
can
of
set up
what's
the scene. It is a
okay?
lovely day in Toontown, and you are a poor private investigator. Grim Tome is happily just sitting inside one of the many cafes of Toontown. A nicer one this time. He's been treating himself more often. It's part of this self-care routine. He's been informed is quite healthy. He very much is using the self-care routine because recent events have been events. Vampire
Mm-hmm.
game happens right before this in the timeline, if you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about. Not the vampire game with the other four people. No, the vampire game with the four people, including Tome, the ski resort edition. I have to clarify because Draft House has recently gone through two traumatic vampire.
The vampire apocalypse.
Indeed. Yeah, Tome's just sitting there. He's on one of the upper floors for this cafe, sitting by the window, looking outside over Toontown. It's a nice, beautiful day. He's quite enjoying the view. I mean, he loves this city. It's where he grew up. It's one of the most busy places, and it's just so nice and wonderful, and the sky's so clear. You can actually
Nope.
see your reflection. Wait,
There's a dot
there's
in
a
the
dot.
sky.
There's a dot in the sky.
Yeah, there's a dot in the sky.
There's a
And it seems to
dot.
be getting bigger.
Oh, Tom is very much looking. He's narrowing his eyes, like what?
It's kind of hard to see because the sun is nice and shining and it's a beautiful day. But there's definitely it looks like a bird maybe is flying
Tom voice.
toward
Nope,
you.
nope, 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 nope. Tom is slowly standing up. He's being very casual about this, but he is noping his way over.
It is a very large bird. It is getting rapidly larger. It is not a bird. There's this big smack against the window. And a person with wings is just slapped against the window. And it's your old friend Cass. And she just goes slide.
Tome like scurries over to the window and just like looks down, and then he just kind of runs over the counter, pops down enough coins to pay. Thank you for the coffee. Chugs it like a shot, and then runs towards the stairs. He is
Um,
sliding down them dramatically.
she is lying on the sidewalk outside, rubbing her head.
He like quickly hurries out and just moves to help her up. Cass, are you all right?
Have a break of
That's a no. Okay. He is going to try and lift and help you up. Let me roll strength and see how well that goes.
Yay!
Okay. Okay, Tone. Pop off then, I guess.
Oh?
That's a 21. He just casually lifts you up.
Yep. She's rubbing her head there. She's seeing like kaleidoscope view right now. And just goes, don't, don't I know you from somewhere?
Yes, private investigator Tome. We both know Moss and Glue, and we met on a case, a missing dog.
You can see like the wheels turning in her head, and her eyes just suddenly get like slowly wider, and then she almost like perks up like nothing happened. She's like, oh, it's you. Oh, I got. Can you believe this? It's been so long. Have you been? Oh, I forgot. Oh, hi. I'm so. Did you see that? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm fine. It happens sometimes. It's a thing with the glass. I don't really know. She's
Bird
just like,
bird tendencies.
why?
No, it's fine. He gives like a little wave of his hand. Just deep breaths. I've been
Oh,
fine. I'm Have you been
you're
fine?
older. You're older.
I
Wait, how long has it been?
it's it's only been like a year. I've been this old this entire time.
You've what? What? Becca, but like a year ago, you didn't look.
A year ago when we met, I was 40.
You're 40 years old? And
Yes.
here I thought you were like investing. Oh boy, there's so much I don't actually know about you.
Yes, it's a common
Sorry.
mistake. No, it's my old design was very hard to tell.
Um, oh right. I've heard about. Sorry, still some of the things, and not growing up here. It's just.
It's all fine. It's all fine. It can get confusing, especially because not most tunes do tend to age naturally. So it's depends on the genre, the situation, a lot of factors that are very boring to talk about. So no worries. Come on, here, let's get you a drink or something, and let you sit down before you hit any more glass.
Yeah, that would be nice. My head's still pounding a little bit. Thank you. Wow,
Yes.
I still can't believe that I ran into you.
Well, the plot works in funny ways, does it not?
It sure does. Yeah, you can see that again.
And he's gonna kind
And
of guide her back inside to the
yeah,
cafe.
she lets you. She's like in the meantime, like taking off her goggles, like folds up her wings, like brushes her hair, fluffs it up again a little, just mostly like getting herself back to a presentable state.
Not looking like just crashed into a window.
Yeah, that was someone else. That was a completely different half tune bird person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
He probably like guides her to like one of the tables near the window once more, and goes and orders some like coffee for the both of them and brings it over and places it down and slides it over there. That should at least warm you up and clear your head a little bit.
Thank you. Really, I really appreciate it. It's um, yeah, it's been a wild, wild day, and I can't. The last time I crashed into a window must have been months ago, so set that counter back to one.
Well, I mean, at least could have been worse. Could have crashed even higher.
You know, that's true. That's very true. And she takes a big sip of the coffee. Not even a sip, it's like a gulp. It's like she is downing this.
Tome is just nodding and understanding. What a mood.
Well, what are you doing here? Are you on a case?
Oh, I live here.
Oh, really?
Yes, I live in Toontown actually. Like I said,
Oh,
I was actually traveling at the time I came to see all of you.
right. Well, that's great. I mean, I I feel like there's so many people here. It gets a little overwhelming at times, but
Yeah,
I've been traveling around a bit too, so that makes sense.
yeah. It definitely is a big city. You can find yourself lost in the crowd a bit here, but it's a nice city to be in. Plenty of action, plenty of work.
Yeah, yeah. Well, have you been doing much lately then, in terms of work?
Uh, yeah, I have a good number of cases I work on. You can insight that if you want.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, it's like explanation art. Okay. No,
Yeah, no, Tome
just
literally cannot roll lower than that. For the joke of it, though, I do want to see how badly he does. Okay, yeah,
yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Cass. But this man works with other detectives with like a +12 insight. He has to keep his deception modifier pretty high.
Well, I mean, understandable. Understandable. She's just kind of nodding along, sipping her coffee more. Well, that's great. I'm glad that you're keeping busy. I can't imagine what it's like to be a detective. I mean, that sounds so fun. I've read a couple detective stories in the library. Oh, I kind of part time live in a library now.
With the glue in them?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
Oh, have you talked? I think Glue mentioned something about that.
oh,
Sort of, as
yeah.
much as Glue can mention something.
I visit occasionally, and I noticed your feathers there.
Yeah, I do tend to leave a little trail, but of
It's
course you'd pick that up, being a detective and all.
yeah. Don't worry. It's bird nature to shed feathers occasionally, to my knowledge at least
Yeah,
of how they work.
yeah. I mean, as much as it does. Oh, molten seasons come up again. That's really the. Whew, that is a week that you don't want to be around me.
Yeah, I'm sure, though I will take note of that, so at least know to avoid the boys' house.
Yeah, but I'm just wow. I mean, I'm glad that I ran into you. I've been doing so much and so little. It's been a crazy year. I mean, since we like met and stuff, I've
Yeah. What have you been
gosh,
up
so
to?
much has happened. Well, I mean, as you know, I've been hanging out with Glue and Moss quite a
Mm-hmm.
bit, and well, I'm coming up with new designs to sell at festivals for my leather work. And I met this lovely old man who's like an adventurer, and so he took me to this big tree house in the woods, and we like I don't know, it's like a whole adventure club. It's pretty cool. I don't go that often, but
Oh,
it's a lovely place to hang out. Lots of trees, open space. I can fly around,
um,
not get hit with glass.
I'm gonna roll history because there is a way Tome can know this because my EGAT character who appears once in a lifetime does run a radio show. Okay, I'll take a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for the his new headband of intelligence. You see him like pause and then he pulls up his wristband and taps on it and like a little screen appears and he scrolls through some notes. EGAD, would that be it?
Oh, yeah, that's it. I think I have a pin here somewhere, but yeah, that's it.
Oh, I remember hearing about it on radio one day while working on a case.
Oh, that's great.
I'm glad to see you're
Yeah.
having fun with that. It's a. I've heard it's
Oh,
very. I've heard it's very good.
yeah, it's been a blast. I mean, I went treasure hunting. That was pretty fun. And we found all these birds. That was, I mean, it's like going home. It reminded me of my dad. But yeah, it's like this itch that I've had to just go and explore about the world. You know, my curiosity often gets the best of me, but there it's very everyone's curious. It's great.
I mean, if you're in a group of people like you, then it's definitely a good way to get it out of your system. I know detectives tend to be safer when we work in groups, so it makes sense that you'd find a group that shares a passion for you. I'm glad. And he kind of gives you like a soft smile.
Oh, yeah. She's like, oh, well, thank you. I'm still finding me proper place. I mean, I've been going between all these places, but I don't feel like I found the place for me that's perfect. You know, the one place I want to stay. I mean, I'm sure I will. That'll come, and the places I'm going are great. I don't have anything wrong with like going back and forth and exploring, but it'd be nice one day to just have one place to settle down. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. I know the feeling. I have to travel between Toontown and Villestown a lot for personal matters, so I very much understand the. It'd be nice to just have one place. I'm sure you'll find it. Perhaps it'll be close to this EGAD location, or maybe it'll be here in Toontown, or who knows? Maybe there will be some new third place that you've yet to discover that you will find to become your forever home. May not even be an Inkwell, for all we know.
The things I can think about, the way I decorate it. I mean, there'd have to be people there that I know. That's the most important part, right? Family and friends.
Well, Inkwell's a
God,
great
that's
place to get that.
yeah. Oh, God, if I know that. I mean, that's why I moved down here in the first place was to find more family and friends. But and that's what I found. Honestly, it's been amazing. It's more than I was expecting.
He's just handing me like such a soft smile listening to this. Like, oh look, she's happy.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah.
He care.
Um. Yeah. Uh. My brain said something and then I forgot.
Oh, felt that.
uh. Peck. Oh. Just She just goes on a little bit more like, and you know, up in Faruma and stuff, you hear about stories about Inkwell and how people that are well, hear lots of different stories, but from the good people, the good stories, it's always positive of everyone's so friendly and nice and different, and everyone accepts you for your differences, and no matter where you come from or what you are, because you have such an amazing range down here. And I think I think that's one of the reasons I fled here or moved here. Um,
Tome's rolling
and
insight. Tome's rolling insight. Ugh. Okay, so here's the good and bad news. Bad news, he rolled really low. Good news, he has a very high modifier.
great, great. 15. Yeah, I mean, she definitely fled here. It was not a planned necessarily move. Um, yeah, and there's a little wince of guilt actually, but
Um,
that's what you get.
Tome's smile falls slightly. Cass, 1 second, if you do not mind me prying, it is my nature. Did you
Of
say
course.
fled?
Uh,
You do not need to give information. I just at least let me know you are okay now, right?
yeah. I mean, I don't think they know I'm down. Laws work differently down here, right? So if you do something up there and you come down here, it's fine.
He raises an eyebrow. You are talking to a detective right now.
I know.
Depends.
I mean,
Unless you're telling me you killed someone, normally
no,
things.
no. Well, it wasn't. It, it's complicated.
He sighs.
It was an accident. Listen, I
Uh,
didn't mean to do what happened, but it
okay, if it was an accident, all that matters. You're a NyQuil. He rubs the bridge of his nose. Listen, just in my own personal interaction with people, I am quite sure that you will be fine. Though if you ever need help, just well, it's good to have someone on the inside, you know?
yeah. Thank you.
Of
It
course.
was. I guess it's why I'm so nervous about my wings. Which I mean, I guess is helpful to you.
Eh,
But
he does kind of went silently. Yeah, true, but that's there's a lot of people who are have wings, so that don't worry as much about me. But I'm guessing your wings are very identifiable to you.
yeah, yeah, they quite are, and they can be tricky to manage at times. So that's yeah, I don't. I mean, it's details, but yeah, I came here to start again. I guess.
I'm just gonna reach into his hand of space. And of course he fumbles! The one
Of
time!
course, the perfect time.
Okay, how big is this fumble shard again? Oh, sweet jeez. Okay, I'm gonna roll this. Hopefully I don't have to open up the app. Or actually that's not an app anymore because I moved to desktop. Okay, let me open that up real quick. You hear my
50?
computer.
50?
I love it when people find out how big Tome's hammer space is. 1 second.
Baby, are you okay?
No, he's not.
Honey.
He is not.
50?
Yeah, that's his fumble chart.
Oh.
Okay, 1, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you see Tome reach into his hammer space and pull out a very small box, which he looks at very annoyed before he puts it back away. And he succeeds the first time. The second time. So he reaches into his hammer space again and pulls out a small little note card and slides it over. I can understand if you don't want to talk about it right here, right now, but if you ever want to, I have plenty of time to listen. Okay?
She slowly takes it and looks at it and looks back at you and nods as she puts it into one of her bags on her leg, one of her little satchels. Because thank you. I I've tried to forget it for ever since I've been down here, but I guess there's just a point where it's better to get it out, right? Than keep it
Well,
bottled up forever.
almost dropping dice. The thing about trauma and problems like that is they don't really go away just because you want them to. All you can do is learn to either face them or move on, but you can't just forget them. They are a part of you. And if you do forget them, it's not because you want to, it's because you don't need to remember them anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to go back someday and visit me mum, and I don't think I'm ready yet. I'm gonna need to take time on that one.
Probably why you can't forget, because you don't want to deep down. But if you want, I can I can do my best to help, okay?
Thank you, Tom.
Of
I mean,
course.
I know we've only really worked together once, but I never forgot you. I mean, hearing about you from Glue occasionally, and I'm just, I'm glad I ran into you because I really think that you're a really great person. And I mean, I missed you after working with you. That was really fun, despite
Uh,
everything that happened.
well, he looks a little flustered at that. Listen, Tome dies a little every time he gets complimented. Uh,
Oh, so valid.
Thank you. And well, considering the fact that I don't seem to be planning on arresting you, just on the basis of the fact that you practically admitted that you've committed some sort of crime in a different country to a detective, please don't do that normally. Please don't do that. It is because I think that you are also a good person. Though seriously, please do not just go admitting. He's like rubbing his nose slightly. Please, I am definitely on the more chill side of the private investigators and detectives. Please, while I know many who would be like me and just look away, I let us not go tempting fate.
Oh, no, please. I would not want that. I normally don't ever bring it up. I don't even remember how we got there in the first place, but
I don't know
I
either.
guess something just. I felt like I could trust you, so that's a good thing at least, and
Eh,
that I was right. Because
well,
I don't know what I would have done if, you know.
if I hadn't been trustworthy.
Yeah, that, or forgiving, gracious.
I think the better statement is just I understand that things are complicated. And,
Yeah.
well, no crime is quite black and white. Yes, audience,
Oh.
I know he's a hypocrite. Do not start typing it. Okay? I can see it in your eyes.
Looking away, looking away, looking away.
Anyways.
Mm-hmm. She just looks. Gosh, she looks so relieved. She looks so. It's true. Like she really hasn't told many people about this at all, and normally it wouldn't come up. But the fact that it did, and the fact that it was you, and the fact that it was like, it was like, oh shoot, I said that.
To a
But okay,
person of the law.
to a person of the law, the
Like
internal panic.
Cass in her head. Tome will remember this.
Cass smiling, a bead of sweat rolling down her face.
Yeah, no, Tome just he sips his coffee. Well, either way, since this is neither the public cafe is neither the time nor place to discuss such matters, partially for the reasoning we just discussed, and he does give you a little bit of a look. It's not like actually mad. It's very much a gentle scolding kind of look. You know the look,
Yeah.
the look of adult
She's
disappointment.
she's taking the look like, yeah. Like I
Um,
deserve that.
though you did mention you were making new goods. What kind? I know leather, but any specific style?
Oh, all kinds. I've been working a lot on wallets, and different like people sometimes have ID cards, for like getting into office buildings or whatever they're working on. And so
Mm-hmm.
I've made these little holders that are nice and they're stitched and it'll let you carry your ID card around in a safe place where you won't forget it. But it's not like as big as a wallet. Those have been really popular. Honestly, it's just been, figuring out things people need, or if someone comes by the booth and says, "Oh, this is great, but I wish it had a handle or another pocket here," then I know, oh, I got to make one of those. And so I'll go back and I'll work on it. And that's been the most fun part about, getting to actually have people interested in what I do. And a lot of that comes from people like you who I've met who, you know, have shown me that it's okay to kind of be out there and be myself and not sit hiding behind a booth full of things that I've made because people like to see your face and not, the back of a chair.
Yeah, that is true. The best people, and especially ones that sell, tend to be very involved. I mean, I know most of the vendors that I go to regularly, I at least see their face once in a while. I was about to have Tome mention like the Deadbird, not Deadbird, Dodo Studios. Um, I got Canon and Toonkind mixed up for about 5 seconds there. That was wild.
Yeah,
Um,
what's a dead bird? That doesn't make no one's ever heard of that.
what's a dead bird? I'm pretty sure it's a bird that. um, I was gonna have Tome mention Dodo Studios because, like, my first thought was, oh yeah, the engineer. He's really involved in things. And then I remembered Tome doesn't know about Dodo Studios. I forgot.
Rip.
I keep forgetting that
Rip.
he doesn't know about Dodo Studios.
Rip a doodle.
Yes, audience. Tome does not know about Dodo Studios. He has consistently rolled low every time he's interacted with either somebody from it or when it's been mentioned. It's one of the, he lives in Toontown. This is hilarious. I need you to know how funny.
So funny, actually.
Like,
That is actually so funny.
that is because intelligence is Tome's dump stat, and also the gag. Also, Tome does live in a very different part of Toontown from like Dodo Studios.
Yeah, that's fair.
So like there it is a big enough city it can happen.
That's really funny though.
It is really funny. Cause I was gonna have Tome be like, oh yeah, like how the engineer's really involved in his movies, but I was like, wait, Tome doesn't know about the engineer. Other than like isn't he,
Wow,
does he do
not
things.
knowing about the engineer.
Listen, it's partially funny because it makes for really funny interactions, but it's also partially because I have not interacted. When this gag was first established, I had only been at Draft House for a little. I was like, I am not making my character like well knowing a bunch of Dodo Studios information without having talked to anybody from Dodo Studios. Is that how that works? And now it's just a gag and it's great.
That is so funny. That is so funny.
That's it's a funny gag at this point, and it makes me happy.
I love that. I love that. And remind me after because I have a character who also knows nothing, and I think they would get along well.
Yes.
Anyway. Yeah. Yeah.
Before we got distracted, laughing
Right,
at Tome.
right. Which is what we do normally, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Cass actually thinks for a moment and then goes, wait, do you need anything? Leather, anything? Oh, like maybe like a something to hold. Do you have a magnifying glass? Don't detectives have those?
I personally don't. I know people who do, but I personally don't.
Do you have like a notebook or something?
I do, but I don't really have anything touch it. It's kind of a little tied to my patron. Yes, gallery, I do not have a magnifying glass. I am not that kind of detective.
Fake detective. Fake detective. Fake detective. Can't be a Toon detective if you don't have a magnifying glass.
I. It is not needed for my. And he's just talking to the gallery right now. It is not needed for my job. That is a common misconception. I am quite well without one. I can see quite well without one. I've always been able to see quite well without one. I don't need one. It is a waste of space in my hammer space, and I have many much better tools.
Cass is just staring.
Sorry, Cass. Sorry, the gallery started talking to me, complaining about me not having a magnifying glass.
The what?
Oh, and he taps his pen. I think I faintly discussed this before. I am a follower of a god known as Rich Twine. But as such, I can hear this being that exists in the world around, that kind of gives commentary on us. Um, They're very helpful sometimes, but other times they cannot take a hint about it's fine to not have a magnifying glass.
Well, I think it's fine. I mean, I'm sure your eyes are working great. And
Thank
you
you.
know what? I mean, I've been always able to see pretty well because I think, being bird and all, but I think a lot of other people I've met have great vision, you
Yes.
included.
Yes, I
What do
don't
I think about that?
I don't need my I don't need any glasses yet. Which fun fact, this is the only reason I mention this because I
Yeah.
did Tome's redesign today. One of the original concepts for Grimoire in the third installment of the series did have him wearing glasses.
Oh my
And they were like
gosh.
those little tiny ones. They're like the size of like your thumb that like sit on the
Yeah.
bridge of your nose. They
Like
don't even
tiny little.
yeah,
Oh my.
little tiny
That's so
spectacles.
funny, actually.
Yeah, no, Tome does not have those, but I remembered that today while going through the concept art for the character.
That's so funny. That's so good.
But Tome has a plus 12 to perception. I think he's fine without magnifying glass.
It's probably okay. Yeah. Yeah. Man. I think Cass also is just like, what did they, are they saying anything about me?
Well, they've done a bit of like this. Well, one of them would like you to know that you're cute.
What? What?
Yes, one of them just said that. They've also been doing like this, like a hold gently, and he does like the pose, whenever you talk.
Yeah, I
Overall,
know
they seem to
that.
have a good impression of you.
She's so red.
Uh,
She is so red, and she lets out these little chirps that are just.
oh my gosh! Oh, what? What? What just happened?
Chirping.
You're doing that? Do you have like a wait? No, hold up. Pause the FPS. Are you like making that with your throat right now? Is there like, do you have like an object? Is that with your throat? Like, Chloe, you gotta give
Yeah.
me answers.
I have a mockingbird call that I use for Cass's chirps.
It's like that. It's like a whistle or something.
No, it's a little device that people use, and they're um
So
it's
it's a
like a
device. It's a device. Okay, I
it's
thought
a
for a
device.
second
Yes.
you were making that with your throat, and we were
I
about to
wish.
pause
I wish.
everything. This was going on the reasons you are Fae list.
I wish. I can kind of chirp with my throat, but it doesn't sound nearly that good.
Yeah,
So
no, that just took me out. I'm
I
sorry.
used to chirp with my throat for Cass, and then I found my old bird call and my birding supplies, and
Your birding
um,
supplies.
don't shut up.
Your birding supplies.
Shut up.
No,
I'm
no.
talking about my birding bag.
You have a birding bag?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
have
love
like three
that.
different pairs of binoculars and like 5 different bird books, and then bird calls and other like various tools and things for birding. But
I love that.
it's
Like,
fun.
genuinely. I genuinely love that, actually.
Thank you,
Tome,
thank you.
Tome
I'm
hates
obsessive
it,
for
but I
showing
love
off.
it. Uh,
Yeah, child Chloe would just bring her bird bag out and just go birding and just go sit in a
Just
park
go
and look at birds all day.
birding. I love that sentence. Birding.
Birding. Yeah.
Birding.
Yeah. Anyway, but that's how I got a bird call at some point. I literally don't remember where I got it. It was in my bird bag.
He was in the bird bag.
Somehow. It was in the bird bag.
That's all that matters.
But yeah, she's very flustered. Thanks, chat. Um, she takes actually I have a thing. Can you roll perception for me? I'm sure you'll get it because it's you. But
Ah.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
his
yeah,
modifiers.
yeah. He's so broken.
Hey,
Yeah, 21.
he's not even the highest modifiers in the aberration investigation server. There is a
Okay,
plus
he's mentally broken
13.
too.
Now, mentally, I cannot argue with that.
Okay.
He has gone through a
Um,
lot.
yeah.
However, that's neither
Um,
now nor here. Here nor now. Yeah.
right. Cass puts like her head in her hands and like kind of shrinks down a little just from being flustered. And when she does that, um, you notice that in her hair, which is mostly short, pretty fluffy, there are um feathers kind of dispersed within it that match the ones on her wings, but they're like toony versus her real kind hair, but they're kind of they blend in. They definitely weren't there the last time you saw her though.
See, here's the thing. It's Tome's handed me. This isn't weird. Juby has feathers in place. I didn't think people got feathers. Jubilee has kind of messed up his idea of where feathers should be on a person.
That's fair. That's fair. I
Tome,
mean, you don't have to say anything about it. You just notice him.
yeah, Toma is definitely noting that. He's probably not gonna say anything about him because he doesn't
No,
want
I mean, it's
to
just
murder her.
normal. It's just
But it's
feathers.
really funny because he just handed me like Juby. Okay, you know they should meet. They can talk about birds and stuff.
Birds.
Wait,
Yeah.
actually, would he say that? Hold up, because I know somebody's been learning how to fly, and Cass kind of knows how to fly. Hi, certain member of the audience. I'm hooking you up with an
Crashing into a
future
window.
FPS right now. Um, I'm looking away from
Mm-hmm.
that roll. I'm ignoring the dice. Um,
Good.
the
As you
dice,
should.
the
The
dice,
proper way to play
the,
D&D.
the dice say nothing that I wish to hear. Actually, Cass, there is something I was wondering. Actually,
Oh, yeah. She
I
like recovers herself.
I know someone who has recently gotten something similar to what you have, and he kind of motions towards your back. Um, However, they very much are in need of guidance in learning how to do that. Yes, I'm
Oh.
sorry, Juby. Tome will in fact be a father and tease you while you're not here. That is the job of him. I know. I believe they've been learning from someone, but a little bit of extra help won't hurt. If I gave
You
you
mean
their,
like flying lessons?
yeah, I'd prefer if they'd stop crashing into roofs. Mostly
Oh,
so that
yeah,
I
that's
stop
never fun.
worrying about them getting hurt.
Well, I mean, are they a birded bird or like pirate bird
They're
or?
like you.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so yeah, I remember when my father taught me how to branch and stuff. I can probably do that.
Yes, like I said, I don't know how much he knows, but it would make me feel better knowing someone I know is at least making sure he doesn't add more years to what I already have. And he kind of rubs his
Yeah,
nose again, the bridge of his nose again.
yeah, you've got enough grey as it is.
Ah, thanks. One redesign and suddenly the old jokes are coming faster than ever.
Well, I'd say just take it in run. Might as well
Yeah,
enjoy it.
there's worse things to have.
Listen, if I start seeing you drawing it back in with colour with Sharpie or something, then we'll have a talk.
I'm not. Sharpie doesn't work good on me. Very hard to color match myself. Oh, that reminds me, I need to DM someone. That was like a really sorry. That was
Oh,
a very random statement. That
just an O and then nothing. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that we're just jogging your memory. That's the most important part of an FPS.
okay, we're good. We can continue now. Uh,
Cool, cool.
Tom doesn't have anything else to say.
I'm trying to hold on. I think we didn't really plan that much.
We did it. We were just like, yeah, they're gonna interact. And
Yeah,
we've done
okay,
it for
we talked.
45 minutes. We've done great. We are doing
I mean, yeah,
amazing.
we did do a pretty good conversation. I don't know if I'd want to add anything else.
Is that true?
Um,
I love that could mention recent events. I think that would we've done really good avoiding that. We're gonna
we done really
we're
good.
that's
Even
another
we
FPS.
we curved toward it at one point with Cass's backstory, and I was like, yeah, we'll just curve that back a little
Yeah, both you and I were like, we're just gonna. That's why Tome hands a little card.
for later.
That's a
It's for
different
later.
FPS. That's a later
Yeah.
FPS.
Oh yeah. Wait. She wants to know about children. Wait.
Oh gosh, you're about to.
Wait. I can instigate this. No. I can instigate this. I can instigate.
Oh, this is gonna be great. I'm glad to hear that Tome's getting yet another child.
Yay!
Legally, this is mostly a joke, unless you want her to be child. That is up to you.
I mean, mine is. I mean, there is no limit, right?
There is no limit.
There's no limit. She kind of goes like, um, I must ask, just out of curiosity, I have you picked up any more? Well, because Moss and Glue and I sort of there's like a family thing going on.
Oh,
And I know you're kind of an uncle to that a little bit, I guess.
yes. To my knowledge, I am an uncle figure. Uh, friend. It's complicated. We don't really have a title for me. I'm just more of
There's no labels.
yeah.
I mean, it's
I'm
whatever.
just there, and I make sure all of you don't get hurt. All of
Yeah,
you
yeah.
stress me out.
Well,
Because here's the thing.
well,
Here's the thing. Like out of character, I think at one point, like the thing, like Tome is referred to Glue as both like a little like sibling and also as a child. Like it is very nebulous what their relationship is, other than Glue tiny compared to Tome.
yeah.
Age wise, at least. Glue is taller than Tome.
Age wise, yeah. Glue's huge. And we love them.
We love them so much.
Cass kind of like, I. Do you have you picked up any others? I mean,
Oh,
family. That is.
yes, I
It happens a
have.
lot. That's why I ask.
Oh, yeah, no, I have, three sons.
You, I want to say for the funny, she was taking a sip of coffee and just kind of choked.
Yeah, no, that's the friends. It's actually, one of the person I would like you to help is actually one of them.
Three,
Three.
three. The one that's
Technically,
a bed.
I guess it could be more if you count their family, though that's a little complicated. And then you have the ones that we don't even have a title for. Like, there's one that I worry about, but I think we're just friends right now. And then there's one where I've met recently, and then there's uh, there is a lot. I love how somebody joined solely because we started talking about Tome as a dad. This makes me glad to see that there is a glad to see that there's a selling point with this man now. Shout out to the one audience member shall not be named, but that just killed me actually.
She just like nods.
Yeah, no, I have one son. His name is Jubilee Yukon, and yes, he's the partial bird. He has wings. He
Look
is
at you.
yeah.
Wow, you've come so far
Oh,
since I first met you.
you have no idea they all own pet birds as well. And he kind of gives like the most stressed look a man can have. Um, Leonardo has at least one bird he keeps on him almost always, but then he has an entire flock of doves. And then there's Camille who has a pet crow. Oh, not to mention Jubilee has two pet birds along with his feathers. And then I also have a friend who has four doves. And then I one of their brothers has a pet crow. And then I've heard that another one is thinking about getting a pet crow. And
she puts a hand on your shoulder, just Tome. You're not trying to do some sort of weird immersion therapy,
Oh
are
no,
you?
this is not on purpose. It has been working, I think, considering the fact that I no longer panic whenever the ladies are around. But no, this was not intentional.
Like
I
what?
just the I his face turns a little red. I have a friend whose pet doves are called the ladies.
Well, that's an interesting name.
And also my son's pets doves are called the ladies after his father's pet doves. So it's
Well, it's all right to say that ladies make you nervous. You don't have to frame it
oh
in a sense of
shh,
birds.
no, it's actual birds. I'm sorry, I just saw the quote. Funniest thing to see out of context, actually.
Oh well,
No, no,
that's
dude,
good nonetheless.
no. Yeah, this is like 10 times funnier because Tome is gay. He has no interest.
I know.
I'm glad to see that birds are now a metaphor for being gay. I guess.
This is the best possible outcome of this entire FPS.
Shout out to one of our audience members who went, bitch, I'm a bird. They've always been a metaphor for being gay.
Yeah. Yeah.
The audience would like me to say their name because it is their server, and they think I'm a coward. It's
Flesh.
Mars. It's Marzi. Do not get yourself kicked out of Marzi's server. Do not taunt the beast.
I smile like that cat. Yeah, that cat. Yes, yes, the meme cat with the knife.
I just see things are going strong here.
No, don't take over my tavern. Okay, sorry, we're just reading the gallery at this
Yeah,
point.
we got completely. We can focus. Yes,
Focus,
no,
we're focused.
no.
Cass is in shock.
The
Right.
ladies are not a metaphor for anything. They are actually called the ladies. There's hearts, spades, clubs, and the in character Tome's not hesitating. I am diamonds.
Wow, well, I'm glad to see you've found your coping mechanisms at least. You get
It's
around all of that.
just a little wavy hand. It's stop killing me, Gallery, please. Have mercy on me. No, he gives a wavy hand. It's less the coping mechanism and more well, I can't exactly. I love these people, and if they, well, I mean, I love my sons, but I mean, if they would not be happy if I avoided them solely because, my fear. So it's and they have lots of ways to, try and help. I know the boys do their best to keep the birds away while I'm home and try and clean up feathers if they know I'm visiting. Um, Everybody does his best to make sure the ladies are away while I come to visit. This is horrible out of context, actually. This is horrible.
Make sure the ladies go.
I hate that you've done this to me, Gallery.
The ladies should be just a metaphor for spec, not tome. The ladies? Yeah.
Yes.
The ladies?
You just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Okay? I'm going to leave this FPS right now. There's gonna be so many quotes from this FPS that are just gonna end up in Draft House quotes with no context.
With no context. And we're here for it. I'm just gonna keep prompting you to say the most ridiculous, like, damning stuff.
I can't believe you're doing this to Tome. This is I can't believe these are
Cass smiling so innocently across the table, no idea what she's doing.
The gallery having a time. Tome ignoring them at this point.
Yeah. It's like, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
Well, it's a very mature thing to do. I mean, I guess you're old, so that makes sense. You know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean. It's
Crazy though, right?
yeah, definitely crazy.
I don't. I can barely manage moss sometimes. I don't know how you do three.
I
They
don't
at
think
least look like.
I don't know. I think only the gods know that one, I'll be honest.
Are they a little older?
One is 7, one is 17, and Gallery, how old is Juby again? 24. And then I'm so glad I asked because for some reason my brain was like, oh yeah, Juby's 19. Uh, and then one is 24.
Oh, well, that's a good.
Don't
Those are some good ages.
don't think the 24 means that he's even slightly close to mature. No. I'm pretty sure the 7-year-old does better than him.
Oh well, I. I guess we all have a little bit of a child in us.
He kind of snorts.
Some, some more than others.
We'll call it a child. I think it's more of a reckless stupidity. And there's just a very affectionate smile on his face while he says this.
The
This is
sad smile.
this is a dad just teasing his son when his son
Smile.
when his son can't defend himself.
Yeah.
The 24-year-old's actually the one that I need some help with.
Oh, the 24-year-old child, you mean?
Yes.
I'd love to help. I'd love to meet them all if I can.
If you want, I could definitely take you to visit them sometime. They don't live here. They live in Philstown.
Ah, I've never been there.
It's quite
Is it
nice.
nice? Is it like this?
Yeah, it's a lot more chilly. It's a very more UPN style, as compared to the wide mix that Toontown has. It's much more UPN overall. There are a bit of everything, but there's it's really nice and it has a wide variety of people. I mean, one of my sons is two of my sons is Ghiblian. Well, correction. I know one of them is partially Ghiblian. I is partially Ghiblian, partially UPN. I don't know about the other. I kind of always assumed he was Ghiblian. And then I have a half-toon son. He's
Right.
part Fort Sinani and part Ghiblian, I believe. I have a lot of. I am realizing in this moment I have a lot of Ghiblian children.
Maybe they're drawn to you. You don't have any Ghibli in you, did you?
No, I'm completely worn in UPN.
Huh. Well, you never know. Some things are the universe puts into place, I suppose.
I guess so. It could also be that Philstown is closer to that side of the nation than others. So it makes sense they travel there.
Right, yeah. Oh, this place is still so big, it makes me realize how much I haven't actually seen. Well, I'd love to come visit sometime. Really, I'd love to explore and now. Well, you've piqued my curiosity, which, as I've said before, is sometimes the death of me. It won't stop nagging until I do it.
Cass joins AI confirmed.
Teetering on the line, teetering on the line.
Cass is in her 3rd server.
Gods, someone help her.
Manifests it. Legally, this is a joke for you, for your sake.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
Oh, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. We could have an introduction. I mean, the extended universe is always open.
Mm.
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 I'm staring at you so hard.
I'm
We're
staring.
gonna have to talk about this.
We are
We're gonna
so.
talk about this.
This could be great conversation post.
Cass would do so good with her 10 intelligence, but yeah.
I mean, would you like to know what Tome's intelligence was before she got that headband? It was a 10.
Oh my! I mean, She is an artificer, and I haven't really had the opportunity to actually use any of her artificer stuff, so that'd be really fun.
I think
But
it'd be fun. I think it'd be great. This sounds like
I
a
think
great plan.
I think I like this plan. This is a great plan.
Shall we start setting it up in this FPS? Shall we begin the?
We can. I mean, if you want, we can. Yeah.
I love how this was just an impromptu FPS, and now we've got like consequences of our actions.
What is anything ever different? Come
No,
on.
it's never different with the two of us. I mean, if you want, there is a. I can try and get you in contact with a couple of them, and next time you're free, if you want, I can take you over to Villstown to meet them.
I'd love that. I absolutely. Oh, what kind of stuff do they like? Actually, this is important. And she's like
one of
gonna
them's
take
into
out a piece
art.
of paper and start writing stuff down.
One of them's into art. One of them is into crime, solving it, not causing it.
I was gonna ask. Okay.
There is one into crime in the other way, but we're not going to encourage that habit.
Probably best.
Though for the one that's into crime, trying to think of music.
Oh, that's lovely. What kind of music?
He mostly does guitar, but in fact, all of them are into music, if I'll be honest.
All right, that's
Though you don't have to get anything for them, just show up, it'll be nice.
I'd never do anything of the sort.
Okay, and he's giving you like a narrowed-eyed look.
She is smugly putting this piece of paper back into her bag.
Just remember, I will find out if you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, glad you understand this.
I understand completely. Wouldn't dream of it.
Better.
Etc.
Of course. Well, you have my contact information. Like I said, if you ever want to, just let me know, and I may be available. I may be somewhere else. I started traveling a lot more, and both for cases and just meeting people in general. A couple of the people I know are very big travelers. I look at a certain member of the audience. So making sure they stay out of trouble is made me have to travel a bit more, but it's nice. So even if I'm not available at that moment, I will get back to you as soon as I can.
Right. Well, I'll definitely be reaching out. I mean, I definitely doing this. I hope you know that. This is for sure happening. And we'll figure out a time when you're not busy. Because you seem a lot busier than I am. I mean, I go around, but I don't have a set schedule like you do.
It's less if I have a set schedule and more of the kind of blinks. Huh. I guess the plot just seems to find me.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. We good?
I think probably at this point, yeah, I think probably at this
I'm
point
like,
she's
this
gonna stand up and yeah.
Well,
say their goodbyes.
it was nice getting to see you again, Cass. Please be safe, and even if it means having to walk out of the city before you fly again, don't run into any more glass buildings.
Yeah, thank you. It was a good coincidence this time, though, and hopefully it won't happen again in that sense. But
Hopefully.
yeah, I'll be in touch, and I look forward to it. I can tell you're doing some really great stuff, so I'm glad that I was able to manage to find you and do this again.
Me too. And you too, and keep exploring those places and finding out those secrets. I'm hoping forward to next time we meet, I'll be able to hear a story or two from you. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to start hearing you on the radio or in papers.
Well, that might be a while, but someday perhaps. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. Oh, actually, do you have a contact for at least for your goods? I know a couple of people I can share that with who they'd be helpful.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And she's going to reach into her hammer smiths, and I gotta make sure that she can thank Peck. Yeah, she reaches out and she pulls out a couple of small cards that say her name and have a little feather design on them.
Thank you very much, and he kind of gives a little tip of his hat. Until next time, Cass.
See you around. And they part their ways.
It was the yay! Thank you to all our current and future listeners. Thank you to Chloe for joining me for this.
Thank you for proposing it. It was so wholesome and sweet and good.
It was so good.
It was so good.
And I hope everyone, wherever you may be, has a good time zone. Goodbye.
Yeah.